Get out. When I was 6, my parents got a divorce. My dad moved away, remarried, and my sister and I moved in with him and his wife when I was in the 9th grade. The following year, when I was 16, my dad and stepmother had a son. I'll call him Leo for the sake of the anonymity. I enjoyed spending time with Leo. He learned quickly and was a lot of fun to play with. When I was that age. I enjoyed helping out with him, changing his diapers, that sort of thing. When Leo turned 1, he started learning his first words. He'd say mama and dada. He called me sis and called my sister, his other half-sister, Orko. I don't really know why. My sister, we'll call her Erin, went through her teenage years a little differently than I did. She enjoyed swearing, sneaking out, and drinking even though she's a year and a half younger than me. One of Erin's favorite things to do was stay in her room. We shared a room. And talk on the phone, text, and do her hair/makeup. Whenever my father would enter our room, she would yell at him to get out. This detail is important because, as I mentioned, Leo was a quick learner and picked things up quickly. Anyways, one evening, Erin was away at a sleepover after having her friend at our house all day. I was heading to bed, and back then I had a portable DVD player to watch seasons of Grey's Anatomy or One Tree Hill, a laptop that was ancient but which I used for Facebook and my cell phone. None of these devices were plugged into the fall. Again, an important detail for later. Lear's room was just down the hall from ours, and my dad and stepmother always left his door cracked open for the fresh air. They had just put him down to bed and went down to their bedroom. I was enjoying an episode of Grey's Anatomy when all of a sudden Leo's door slammed shut. Leo proceeded to wail and scream, "Get out, get out." Small step back, but when his door slammed shut, my portable DVD player, cell phone, and laptop all shut off simultaneously. My cell phone was actually fried, which led me have to buy a new one. And to reiterate, none of these devices have been plugged into the wall. My stepmother came upstairs as she heard Leo on the baby monitor and took him down to their bedroom. I asked her if she had heard anything else. She did not, but she asked me if I was in his room because she heard him yelling at someone to leave. When I told her that I was not, she refused to admit again that he was saying that, even though I had heard that too. She refuses to discuss the possibility of anything odd happening anytime, anywhere. All I could do after that was roll over and try to sleep, which was, trust me, not an easy task. So flash forward to the next morning after I somehow got some sleep, I woke up to something familiar. When I was a child, I had pretty severe anxiety. My mother would put me in therapy and tried different methods of coping, such as worry rocks and worry dolls. The worry dolls were held in a tiny yellow box. There were about 6 of them, and they were just tiny. 1-inch tall, homemade looking dolls with little smiley faces painted on. I hadn't seen the box of worry dolls since I was a kid, and on top of that, I moved houses between the last time I had seen them and this event. When I woke up that morning, there was a worry doll lying next to me on my bed. A little bit after that discovery, sister called to ask for a drive home. When I was on the phone with her, I told her what had happened. She went quiet for a solid 30 seconds before she began to cry. She told me how sorry she was and that she would make it up to me and figure out how to fix this. I had no clue what she was talking about. And when I was about to question her, she told me that her and her friend had built their own Ouija board and played it in our room. They made contact with someone or something, but they each thought that the other was moving the piece. I'm Catholic and just happened to be in the middle of my confirmation classes when all this was occurring. I had a class that evening, so decided I would speak to my priest about all this. I did that. He advised me to let him know if anything else happened, which he did not. My little brother, who is now much older, swears he remembers this happening, but has no recollection of what he saw.